Hey guys, Falaris here. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Maokai game from Juhan, Korea's current rank 1 player. He is sitting at a 70% win rate in solo queue, undefeated 100% win rate on his Maokai. This guy just does not lose. So we're going to be taking a look at this game for the first time together and seeing what can we learn from this guy. Why does he refuse to lose the game? All right. So he has a Gangplank top into Aatrox. I would expect early push from the GP. Syndra into Aurelia mid. I would expect early prio from Syndra, but Aurelia is always going to be looking for turns onto the Syndra as soon as she hits level 3 or so. So whenever you have a control mage versus melee mid matchup like this, you're not looking to gank for the control mage, but you should generally speaking try to put down some vision and river for them. Make sure they can push uninterrupted without getting ganked. Now down in the bot lane, we have Sivir Rakan versus Varus Alistar. I would expect Sivir Rakan to have prio, as Alistar is a pretty useless level 1 champion. Okay? It looks like both junglers are opting to start topside here, Juhan on his Raptors, and enemy Sejuani on her blue buff with a leash from Aatrox. Alright, let's take stock of the map here. GP pushing up top as expected, Syndra slowly getting prio mid, and enemy bot actually shoving in very rapidly here. This looks like a full-on second wave crash. Interesting. Okay. Juhan opting to take out his Raptors red into Krugs. Season 13, most junglers just opt to clear out the full red side quadrant now. Unlike Season 12, where most of the time you'd see junglers like this go red Raptors into Gromp, Krugs is a very nice camp to take now. Most of them just full sequence. Okay, now it looks like he's opting to either protect Syndra on this push out or maybe just drop some vision. This doesn't look immediately gankable unless Aurelia goes in. Yeah, here we are, right? Enemy Sejuani started on blue. So there is risk that she goes something like Blue Gromp Wolves into a mid-gank breakoff, right? And we do not want this Syndra losing flash, or she's basically not going to be able to play the game for the next 5 minutes, or she's just going to get ganked and killed by Aurelia and Sejuani, right? So he's making sure to take care of this, dropping a ward. He probably could have dropped this earlier, to be honest, while doing his Raptors, and it'd still be up for this gank timer. That way he wouldn't waste time doing this, right? But I mean, I guess the vision does last a little bit longer. Okay, comes and clear his wolf camp. He can't really force a gank on bot lane right now. Sejuani is also pathing towards the bot side, so it turned into a 3v3, but the enemies have more minions, right? So he's just opting for a full clear here. Seju can't really go for a dive at the moment. You do have to worry a little bit about potentially getting invaded. Sejuani invade, of course, not that scary, but enemy bot does have prio here. Yeah, so he's tossing a defensive sapling down, just to be careful. And Seju probably just going to retreat and clear out some of her red side jungle. Okay, now what does he do after Gromp here? Looks like Syndra's getting jumped on. He definitely does not have prio bot. Doesn't look like he has prio mid either. So can't really contest the Scuttle Crab. I would probably just head towards the topside crab. Yeah, you can see he's pinging for the topside crab. Bot is not diveable on this timer. If they were, you have to stick around here. Give up the crab, but make sure your bot doesn't die. Okay. Seju probably on bot crab. And Maokai, oh, actually, we see Seju's on it right now. Maybe he could steal? He doesn't have smite, so I don't think this is going to happen. I don't like this 2v2. I don't think Maokai Syndra early 2v2 is very strong. I think Aurelia plus Sejuani is very scary. Yeah, they're just going to back out here. Nobody dies. Seju going for this crab, so Maokai just going to help the Syndra crash this wave really quick and then head for the topside crab. He is too low to go for a top gank. Even if you were high on HP, you never go for top gank here. You have to look at your GP's resources. He has HP, but he has no mana, right? And you're just a tank jungler. So if you're coming in and you don't offer a lot of damage and your GP has no skills, there's no way you're killing this Aatrox in the wave, right? You're probably going to get double killed. So even if you had HP on here as Maokai, you never gank top. Okay? Always look for both HP and mana. He's probably just going to come clear out his Raptors after this Scuttle Crab. There we are. Oh. Syndra staying up very far. Maybe they can bait the Aurelia in here. It's a little bit... Seju might still be in the area, though. Okay, because if you pause here... Oh, there she is. Like, Seju doesn't have a play on bot side. Her bot lane recalled from the looks of it. They just pushed in and recalled. So the only place Seju can be, where she would, like, rationally be leaning, is onto the Raptors / mid. So they're looking to bait here, but you do have to come with the expectation that Seju could come turn this into 2v2. Ooh, this looks really scary. Oh, nobody dies. Everybody just gonna be able to kite this out. Bunch of flashes blown. Alright. Okay, Syndra's gonna come cross back towards mid. Maokai gonna look for his Raptor camp. He is very low. Can he do this? He does have his passive. Okay, looks like he smites it. I don't think he can clear Krugs anymore if his smite is down. So he's just going to take the recall into... No, he's not. He's going top. I don't think he has the HP to do this. Early jungle sustain is very low right now. We'll see. Maybe he probably has to kite this camp out quite a bit. This is looking really sketchy. Okay, the 1v1 of the century. Rank 1, Korea versus Big Krug. Kiting this guy out. Okay. Oh, it doesn't have...
Executed.
Okay. Okay. If that doesn't give you hope as a jungler, I don't know what will. This is Korea's rank 1 player. He's one of us. He's one of us. That was something. Okay. Anyways, he picks up his CDR boots and control ward. Okay, heads back towards his bot side. Let's take stock of the map. Mid is getting jumped on. Oh, that is really bad for Syndra. Down, flash, he's gonna have to respect the Aurelia severely. As soon as you see this as Sejuani, you just want to look mid. Like, just go dive on this wave. This guy is dead. Maokai, you probably need to cover this. He came before the wave. I think Syndra's just dead. Yeah. Ooh, this is gonna be a really, really miserable mid lane situation. Enemy has really strong mid lane 2v2, and your mid is very behind. Okay? Looks like Juhan's just gonna come clean up this wave. Let's take stock of the map real quick. Looks like Aatrox is slow pushing a wave into top. Aurelia said Drew probably going to take a recall here, and we have a 2v2 going down in bot lane. This is with GPOT. Okay, flash out from Rakan. Nice. Looks like we get a free double kill from this Varus. Very, very nice. Okay, what do you do from here? I'm going to pause the game and kind of scroll around, and I want you guys to kind of take a moment to think about what will you do here as a jungler? What is your next play? You caught the mid wave. This is the bot lane state. All right, here's the waves. Here's the top lane state, and your Syndra's resetting back out. Okay? What do you do here? All right, that's enough time. I think that most of you probably said dragon, or thought to yourself dragon. That's the first instinct here as a jungler. Enemy mid is probably on reset, enemy jungler is probably on reset, enemy bot is dead. You go for dragon here, right? I think that's wrong, all right? And I'll tell you why. Early on in the game, dragon takes a while to kill. Right? Nobody has big items yet. This thing doesn't go down in 5 seconds. It's going to take a little while to kill. You're going to have to pull your bot lane over for it. And the thing is, your bot lane has exactly 1 turn right now. They've killed the enemy bot. Enemy bot is on death timers. They have 1 turn to make a play. And that play can either be dragon or recall. You cannot do both without sacrificing something. If this bot lane heads over for this dragon, you will get this dragon. Yes, it will be uncontested. But then what? What happens after that? The enemy bot's going to be back in lane. Your bot is going to be 0 mana on this Varus and around 1,200 gold just sitting there. And either Varus is going to have to run back the lane to catch the wave, and he's stuck in lane with no mana and an enormous amount of gold in his pocket, and he just cannot press any type of advantage. Or he's going to have to recall, drop the entire wave, and drop plate. That's not worth a dragon. Why? Because if you don't do the dragon right now, you can't lose it. Can Sejuani do the dragon right now? No, her bot's dead, right? She's 1 HP, she's resetting. She cannot rush the dragon right now. Can she rush the dragon after? No, because if you let your bot reset, they're coming out at the same tempo as the enemy bot lane. How can Seju just rush the dragon? Her bot's really, really far behind, right? So all you have to do here is let your bot lane reset. Let them clear out this wave, reset, buy items. They're going to come out same tempo as enemy bot. They're going to have item advantage, and now they can easily generate prio with that item advantage, and then you can look for the dragon. Understand? So for me, the correct play here is to just wait. Go for a delayed dragon. Let your bot reset first. Look for something to do in the meantime. That's the way I view this situation. Other junglers may disagree, but that's my thoughts on the situation. Okay, let's see here. As for what you can do, generally speaking, that would involve either taking a camp like Gromp in the downtime, or you can go poke for an enemy camp or just drop some vision, right? Prep the area for the potential dragon fight. Okay, and yeah, look, allied bot taking the recall here. Dropping saplings, clearing out vision, prepping the area, very nice. Oh, Aurelia didn't take a recall. That's a little bit odd. She is going to have 0 mana, so they're not going to be able to contest dragon at all anymore. Okay, yeah. Now he starts the dragon. Nice. His bot is on reset. This should be completely free without damaging his bot lane now. Very good. Okay. Varus super, super, super strong. As Juhan, you probably just want to keep clearing top to bot here and keep playing on your bot lane. Make sure these guys don't get attacked by the Sejuani, just play with them, dive with their advantage, or use their prio to go for invades. Here we are. Very nice. Okay. Again, I'm going to pause. What do you do here? Okay, very brief pause. He doesn't have that much gold. He can maybe recall for like an Amp Tome or Dark Seal, something like that if he's feeling ballsy. Or he can come clear Gromp. He has several options here. What would you guys do? Okay, if you replied Gromp, I think that's incorrect. That's the main option that I think that most people will beeline to. You have no HP, no mana, right? Just clear a Gromp and take a recall, right? I don't think that's correct. It doesn't, first off, it's not going to get you to a significant item breakpoint, that little bit of extra gold. Second, you're going to have to come back into your blue side anyways, because the Gromp is desync from your blue and wolf timers. Maokai is not a jungler that wants to just sit in his jungle clearing all the time, running to camp, clearing them all as soon as he can, right? If you come clear this Gromp, you go here, then you go clear top side, then you're stuck running back into clearing bot side again, right? I think it's much more efficient to just take this crab, run top side, clear your top side quadrant out, and then run back bot when your wolves and blue are both up together, okay? With the Gromp. Then you can just clear out the quadrant simultaneously. The other reason is because as soon as you take this dragon, Sidrani's probably thinking, I can go take the Maokai's red buff, right? I can go take the top side / maybe dive top lane. We can see a big slow push coming in here from the Aatrox. So as Maokai here, I want to get to my top side jungle. All right, I don't want to be stuck in my bot side jungle doing a random Gromp camp that doesn't even get me to a significant breakpoint. So I think that he should just rush towards top side here. And if Sidrani's smart, she doesn't even need to wait to see the dragon timer. She should recognize her Aurelia has to recall with no mana, enemy bot is strong, they're going to be able to take the dragon, right? So Seju should be just running top side right away, even without the dragon announcement coming up. Okay, smart play from GP. Smart play from GP. Sedrani should be topside right now. You can see he actually drops the defensive ward, takes a recall. He does have TP. This way he can't just get dove for free. Very, very good. Nice job, GP. Okay. Maokai clearing out his raptors. Ooh, just misses the Sedrani. Okay, so Seju does get the recall. Can he rush Herald here? Maybe? I mean, let's think about things. Aatrox does have TP and his mid is behind. I wouldn't risk a Herald here. It'd just be a straight 3v3, right? You want to wait for your Alistar, or at least, maybe Alistar Varus, but at least Alistar to be able to rotate over, so you can press in with a numbers advantage. Because I don't think they have a winning 3v3 on top side here. So I don't think he's going to take this. He's going to clear out vision. Maybe recall for blasting plus control ward? Yeah. There we go. Let's see where he goes on reset. His GP is going to catch this wave. Yeah, so these are going to push back out. Alistar, they do have strong prio bot right now, so they do... Maybe they could rotate their bot up and press in for this Herald, potentially. I think the other alternative is, because you have such a strong bot... Let me see the waves. Next wave is Cannon Wave. So the other option is just to sack the Herald, run straight bot, and look for a dive on enemy bot lane on this Cannon Wave, right? I think that's the other option he has here, because his bot side jungle camps are up. Let's see what he elects. Yeah, it looks like he's actually electing to go bot side instead of fighting for this Herald. This will probably give the Herald away to Sejuani, though, if that's the case. Okay. Skipping his bot side camps out. If you wanted to clear your bot side here, that's incorrect. All right? If Seju goes on the Herald and you're clearing your bot side, what do you get in return on the cross map? Nothing. Your bot can't really dive without you. You'd be taking this, Seju takes the Herald, recalls, then comes into bot. Right? You need to go for the proactive play first if you're going to be trying to cross-map while Seju's on Herald. Okay. Seju could run down, though. But yeah, it looks like he's poking in for a potential dive on this. Do be careful, we don't have eyes on where Sejuani is quite yet. Here comes the dive. Ooh, actually ulted the wrong way. I think Sivir actually gets out here. She has flash. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky LT. Oh, Sivir. Okay. That was really interesting. Sivir goes down. Juhan gonna be able to clear out this Krugs camp. I would expect Seju to be taking Herald. And yeah, man, that's so many plates lost and so many minions lost. Okay, so wow. Just elects to go for the cross map. Enemy bot really far behind now. As Maokai here, you basically just keep playing bot, right? Just keep playing on the timers where your bot lane wants to push, and you can either look for a dive if Sejuani's not there, or if she is, then you could just rotate your bot lane in for some kind of invade, potentially, or pressure onto mid, right? So he's taking the downtime while the spot is recalled to clear out his bot side jungle, And I would expect probably just going to clear out his bot side straight back into another bot gank. You don't really want a full sequence towards top side here, or you're going to be top side while Seju's on bot, and you're going to give away gank timer onto your bot lane. You just want to keep playing on your bot, right? Sequence top down, not down up. Okay. Seju did not go for a rift on top, so I would expect Seju to be resetting towards bot at this time. Missing. Oh, there she is. Nice fast game. Okay, I think that this bot lane should have expected this, to be honest. If Seju didn't show top there. Oh, nice trade from Varus. Okay, flash in from the Sivir. Are they gonna dive here? I think they did see Maokai coming in. They're still going for it. This does not look good. Why did Seju keep going? I think they should just back out. Oh my god. Oh, what a bad dive. Maybe they saw something I didn't, but I think they saw Maokai on that ward. I'm not quite sure why they kept going, but that's very, very nice for red team. All right. But that was a smart initial play from Sejuani, right? Just going straight into the lane bush and trying to gank these guys as they're bouncing the wave back. Very smart. Okay. Maokai coming up towards top side. Probably just going to take Raps and sequence down back into the bot side. You just want to keep playing on your strong bot here. You have a global champion up top. There's no reason to play on him. Just play bot side. Use his ulti, right? If you have a Shen, if you have a GP, you can gank them pre-6 to get them to their ult very quickly, but post-6, you usually play away from them. Okay. Dragon is coming up in about a minute here. So let's see how red team decides to set up for this. Syndra's taking a nice recall. Good timing, right? Gonna have full HP, full mana, and items before this dragon. This does mean that the enemy gets first push mid, though. But I think she'll be back in time to catch this before dragon comes out, okay? Yep, Juhan just sweeping the area out, putting down saplings. Maokai's very, very good at this. It's kind of like fiddlesticks, right? These guys have vision built into their gameplay. So coming in, prepping the area, dropping saplings, making sure that this dragon fight's gonna be nice and free. Yep, don't get baited to just run and take one random Krugs camp, right? That is not worth. Look at all this vision control and pressure he was able to get on bot side to set up this dragon. Not worth just the random Krugs camp that some Gunglers might have gone for. Very nice. Okay, gonna be able to take the free dragon here. Bot's crashing. Be a little careful of Aurelia. Aurelia has moved here. Okay. Here we are. Very nice. And I would be looking to maybe just clear a couple camps, get enough gold to recall for my demonic here, and then just sequence off the bot again. Try to take down the bot turret and rotate your bot lane up towards mid or top. Very nice. Bot lane should just be trying to crash this wave and take a recall. They don't have support from the Maokai here. There we are. Nice smart gameplay. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward just a little bit here. Oh, Syndra goes down mid actually. Let's rewind here just a sec, see what happened. Did she just get those? I'm hoping she didn't walk up, because she doesn't have anyone here. Doesn't have Maokai, doesn't have a bot. Yeah, this is over aggressive from Syndra. Why do this? It's just a bait. Your entire team is recalled in base. Everyone is recalled in base or dead or clearing camps. You don't have any support here. This is not the timer to just randomly go for a push, right? Just wait at your turn. Okay? Very, very bad from Syndra. Now, red team is going to be kind of delayed onto the map. They're going to have to wait for her respawn. Maokai going to be looking to catch this wave here. Actually, just ultis with the GP. Can he catch something? I don't think so. I think he just ulted to mostly get the wave. Because if he just runs in 1v3 with no ult, they might just jump on him. Okay? So just uses his ult to clear. Yeah. Interesting that he doesn't elect to clear his top side here. It looks like he just really wants to get the bot. He does have his demonic here. Is he going to leave his entire top side up? Just play bot? Looks like he's coming back towards top side. I think it might have made more sense to just clear out his... maybe it's because the Raptors were coming up and he wanted to wait so that he could take all of these three together. I'm not sure. Or he just, he already has his spike, so he doesn't necessarily need to wait it. I feel like he was right here though, so maybe he could have taken it into recall straight into bot, but this is fine too. Okay, nice and efficient, right? Double camp transition at the end here. Your Q kind of has a nice big radius, extends a little bit behind you. Should be playing into bot, maybe goes for a quick mid transition gank first. Because it's hard to play bot if your mid is dead or you don't have mid prio. Okay, again sweeping out river, making sure his bot can push on this timer. anything else we can play for? Very small wave. Okay. Next wave is cannon wave. They can try to set up a dive, or if these guys back off, the turret here. Very nice. Again, don't just sit here and take one random isolated wolf camp, right? Take these camps when they're together. Go play on the waves first. Make sure your bot is able to take this turret. After that, you can go take your bot side while your bot resets, spends their gold, and then you can play up into the top side, same like on rotation with your bot. Sync up with your strong lane. And in this meta, typically that means bot lane, if your bot lane is winning. Okay. Actually, he's not even taking his bot side now. Maybe because his bot doesn't want to reset. This is quite interesting. Herald's up. Sorry. That makes sense. He just doesn't want to give up the Herald from bot side camps. Okay. He doesn't have bot here though, so this would be a 3v3. So this would be the enemy's chance back into the game if they take a 3v3 up here. Rally is very, very strong right now. Alright. Again, be careful. I don't want to overdive here. Just play with your bot. Yeah. Okay. Just hovering, making sure his GP can crash here. Bot lane rotating up. And going for the Herald. The perfect timing would have been if Herald came up like a minute later. Then he easily has time to take his bot side and then rotate up towards top side. But he just doesn't want to give it up, so he leaves his bot side camps up. Makes sense. He's Maokai, right? He doesn't need to care about his gold quite as much as neutral objectives. Alright. Alistar's not quite here yet. He does have Hexgate though. So yeah, they're not overforcing their hand. They don't have their support. They're just gonna take this nice free objective. Head over to mid, break this mid turret, and then we can rotate over to top, facilitate taking this top turret. Or maybe even do both simultaneously if GP has a timer here. Okay. Here's the Herald play. The timing is quite awkward here, to be honest with you guys. GP and Syndra are both on reset, and neither of them have TP. I don't think that was a great Herald timer. Yeah, that was a little bit strange. I think that they had time here. They could have played on the next wave, right? This wave was very small anyways. I think the better play would have just been either get some vision control or come take your Raptor camp, right? Wait for Syndra GP to reset back out, and then Herald on the next wave. This was a little bit rough. A little bit of decent for this team. And wow, that's a really big turn for that team. Ooh. Right, in solo queue, the name of the game is just numbers. Play with numbers. Just because you have a lead doesn't mean you're at an advantage on the map at all times, right? Look how, oh my god. What a dramatic swing, right? Just off of one wave difference. They went one wave early on the Herald push. Really unfortunate. They may even lose position on Dragon now. That is such an insane swing. Okay, well, I guess we get a more spicy game though. Get to watch a little bit more Maokai gameplay. Okay, everybody picking up sweepers, everybody picking up control wards. The focus of this game should be very heavily around dragons at this point. If you can secure this third Drake and get the soul point, nice strong win con for them. Alright. That being said, if, for example, if we pause right here, the enemy team was able to get resets, get positioned onto dragon, and this looked a little bit bad, you can give up this dragon. You don't have to play for third Drake if you're at a disadvantage, because your team scaling is actually quite decent, right? GP's gonna scale up very, very nicely. There is pretty strong. Like, the scaling's not bad on this team, so if you have to give up the dragon, you can. Irelia seems to have taken a slow reset on mid, so they actually just give up this dragon for free. A little bit unfortunate for blue team. I think, could Irelia not have reset a little bit earlier? Or sorry, Sivir. I don't know. I don't really know what Sivir's doing here. Her whole team is resetting. Maybe she needed a bit of gold. Looks like she's trying to greed out Navori or something like that. That's interesting. I wouldn't want to give up this dragon, and they just got so many shutdowns. I think they are strong enough to fight this dragon potentially. So Sivir and Irelia, this team just collectively decided to give up this dragon. Quite interesting. Maybe they feel they just can't fight it with their ultis down. Alright. Okay, fair play. It's not soul yet, it's just soul point. But this means that there's going to be a lot of pressure on the blue team in 5 minutes.
Red team has slain the dragon.
Sivir still has not reset. She is greeting out her Navori, but this does mean that her team is going to be very, very behind on tempo as she's resetting. That being said, all the tier 1s are down, so I don't think there's anything... Oh, mid is still up. That probably... She did push out the wave. She's still here. I guess it's fine. I guess they can't push on this timer. But Sivir is kind of stuck here with no items, so they're at a very big disadvantage on the map at the moment. So as blue team, you cannot make any aggressive plays here. As red team, you want to look for some kind of play. You want to look for a fight while the Sivir is weak. Here we are. Are they going to be able to get this? I don't think so. Good try, good try. It was a little bit too far. Okay. So Sivir's greed ends up working out. The map is just going to reset here. Eventually, we're going to want to play for this mid turret, and then the game's going to slow down a little bit, and this team is likely going to play in for this dragon. There's no need to do anything too crazy here, right? Don't have to, like, go too aggressive for any tier 2 turrets by any means. Right, get a collapse onto this Aatrox. He's a little bit too far up. I think this is just going to be a free pick. Oh. Ah, Aurelia came in. Kites out of the Aatrox, eating Phase Rush. Ah, jeez. Yeah, Maokai's a little bit squishy with this build. He always goes Demonic first right now. It looks like he's going Oblivion Orb second. It looks like full AP Maokai, so quite squishy. Has to be careful. When we take a look at these comps, blue team absolutely wants to go in. Melee, 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 melee. Sivir facilitates her melees with her ulti, right? Red team is the opposite. Red team really, really wants to kite backwards. We have full ranged here. GP, right? AP Maokai, Syndra, Varus. So as red team, you have to pick your engages very, very carefully. You don't want to be scared to engage, but you want to be cautious about it because it's actually blue team that, like, if you engage, you're basically engaging for the blue team, right? So only go in if you think it's a very, very free pick or very good fight engage. Okay. Yep, expecting the game to slow down just a little bit here. These guys are just going to clear their camps out, maybe jockey for some position on the map, see if they can get vision control, and then play in for this next dragon. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit. I don't expect much to happen for the next minute or two. Yep, just have some resets coming in, some clearing. Right. So a little bit aggressive. He doesn't have numbers here. Okay. Clear out, and Baron is up. They could potentially play in for the Baron. They do have very strong Baron DPS. Demonic clears it fast. On hit Varus clears it fast. We have a GP top. They do have very strong Baron DPS here. Okay, well, looks like it's just a 2-man Baron start here. Where was this pick on Aatrox? I actually missed this. Ah, Syndra just 1v1 him in the bot lane. Okay, so they just rushed for the Baron here. Makes sense. Aatrox does have TP, so they're going to want to do this quickly. Entire team rotating up. Is there going to be a contest? 4v5. And it looks like no. They do manage to just get the fast Barons. Very nice. Okay, this is kind of like a pretty do or die situation for blue team. They're not going to be able to get Prio on waves because of the Barons and the range discrepancy, and the next dragon's going to be coming up soon. So if red team plays this properly, just gets Prio on the waves, pushes the waves out, right? Get some vision control down, get some saplings down. It's going to be really hard for this team to contest this dragon. And it is, looks like a Hex Tech. Okay, yep, Maokai coming up. Well before the dragon spawns, getting some vision control down. Hopefully they can take this mid turret down. And he's just camping out here, right? Making sure he's standing in between the two pushing lanes, making sure GP can't die, making sure Varus can't die, making sure they can push their lanes uninterrupted. A lot of junglers don't understand this, okay? They look at this type of game state and they're like, okay, I don't see enemies on map, my lanes are fine, it's my downtime, I can just go clear some camps, right? But that's, if your laners are pushing and you're all the way back here, if they get attacked, either they die or they get pushed off and you no longer have Prio for the objective, right? And you want Prio before the objective so we can go and get vision control, maintain our vision control. So he's just sitting around here. He doesn't care about this wolf camp, this blue buff. It's not going to get him to another purchase point before the dragon comes up. And look at this, right? Just as expected, just as expected. Varus is on the mid wave, enemy tries to attack. Varus does maybe need to play a little bit safer here because Syndra's not on the wave. She doesn't have TP either. So I think Varus is a little bit... it's tough. Okay, we do have the counter engage from Maokai. Nice. That should be GG. That should absolutely be GG. Good job, Maokai. Okay. Very textbook, very smart. Comes and clears this out. They're able to pick up the Hextech Soul, and I think it should just be game from here. These guys are too strong, right? Don't get cocky in this position. Do remember the range discrepancy. You don't want to like all in here as Maokai randomly. This comp plays to peel back and play with range advantage, right? Okay. Let's fast forward just a little bit and let's see how they close this game out. Okay. Varus catching the top wave, Syndra pushing out mid. Again, Maokai in between his two pushing lanes. He's just sitting there, right? Getting vision control, making sure he's able to move towards either side if anybody gets jumped on. Here we go. Top turret push. Just play patient, wait on the wave. Alistar goes in. And this is kind of what I was talking about. Like, you can do this, but you don't have to do this as Alistar. Your team has such great range advantage. You have Hextech. Like, there's no reason to force this. Look what he made his Varus do. He's pulling all of his ranged champs forward, and he's opening up potential for them to die. His Syndra's not even here. I think this is really, really troll from Alistar, to be honest. Like, he saw an angle. It's respectable to go for it, right? But I really think he doesn't have to do this. He really doesn't have to do this. But they are set up nearby, so... Okay. And this should just be a push in for the finish here. I really don't think there's anything you can do about it. Nice. Yep. Okay. And if you look at the stat line leading to the end of the game, you might not look at this and go, oh, Maokai's 3, 3, and 4, he carried this game, right? But you have to look at only 159 CS, he's not like a fucking 10 CS per minute jungler. What was he doing, right? He was skipping camps and playing towards the side that he needs to play on the timers that he needed to be there. When his bot lane was on push timers, right? He was there to dive or to invade. When his laners were trying to crash waves in mid game, to get prio for objectives, he wasn't back on his camps taking them. He was there facilitating their push timers, making sure they could get prio uninterrupted, right? And when they did get interrupted, he just hit R and they won the fight.
Thanks for watching. A quick reminder that I do coach over at nice.gg if you want to check that out. The link is in the video description below. As always, a big thank you to my patrons for helping to make this channel possible.